You should not lose anything. That was my big thing. Why am I losing something for guessing right? You're rewarding him for just trying. Yeah, I'm not reading all that Tekken 8 garbage. Plain and simple. Y'all lied about focusing on defense till this very day. Still know their points after being plugged on. And y'all charging people for characters. Well. If you're playing Tekken 8 right now, the world's looking like it's on fire. The Tekken devs came out and said a bunch of different changes about what was going to happen. And the community did not like it. Oh my God, it is the funniest thing in the world. So check this out. Before we get into what happened today, because they have talked, as of right now, Harada is up right now, tweeting right now. Like, let me show y'all real quick. He's literally tweeting right now. Like, so he's literally tweeting some stuff about from Texas. Look, some dude brought his Shiba Inu.
Yes, Jet does bring the dog a lot of times.
And so does Leroy.
And he said, what do you say?
But okay, so
coaching by Shiba Inu. I'll add it to customization item in the game. So he's up right now. Japan's up. It's actually really late where I'm at right now. But that's not important. What is important is the fact that it was fire. Like, if you don't know, I'm gonna show you real quick how funny it is. Right now, Tekken Twitter is on fire. It is hilarious. Look at this. How that Tekken 8 Season 2 change about to be like for confirming counter hits. They don't like it. Yo, the Tekken 8 players do not like seeing that. That's just not Tekken. Keep that in practice mode. Oh yeah, okay. So because of the game being a little bit more whatever with the 50-50, they calling it Casino 8. That's crazy. Goodbye, my beloved. Hopefully we'll meet again. So it's easy to say that a lot of people are not messing with the fact that they were doing system changes to all of Tekken. One of the things that was trash though, that's a system change now, that I still don't like, and I don't think they're changing it back, is the key charge. The key charge, they're making it like more damage, which is, I'm not mad at that at all. But they're taking away the fact that it's a counter hit button, basically. Like if you do a key charge, it automatically gets a counter hit if it hits. Don't know why that's important. Don't know what system, why that's a big thing. How are you gonna guarantee a counter hit besides you make it in challenge? I'm cool if it's staying with damage, but me personally, that's how I see it. Because besides Brian, is it really even worth doing your key charge right in front of somebody? The worst offender. Oh my God. So the grabs in Tekken, you obviously can throw any. If you don't know, what you're watching Tekken videos, you should know. If you do a grab and you guess the right grab, aka a normal grab with you press 1, it'll break. If you do 2 + 4, you press 2, it'll break. Very simple. If you do a command, press 1 + 2. It breaks. Imagine you guess the right answer and you still lose health. That is trash. Just to kind of preview why they're doing this. They're trying to make Tekken grabs more valuable. They want people to grab more. A lot of people ain't grabbing. If you know how to break grabs with normal players, we're not gonna see much grabs. And a lot of things, the Tekken World Tournament, they'll still grab. They'll still try it. But people are just so good at breaking grabs, so they want a reason to at least see it, you know? They want at least a reason to see it. They don't just want to keep seeing this whole system that they made since 1994 not be used, all because players are so good. And I appreciate that. I'm never mad at that. But I want to talk about something that the community has done that I feel like I was feeling since the beginning. Memes like this are how people have feeling at their heart, you know? Like, look at this. This is a tweet from Harada. Since the topic of key charges and other system updates came up, I'll comment this. I understand that there's various opinions. However, at the time writing this, players have not yet had a chance to play with the update. I remember reading that tweet. He just gets into the fact that play the game, then tell me how you feel. And of course you get a tweet like this. Yeah, I'm not reading all that Tekken 8 garbage. Plain and simple. Y'all lied about focusing on defense. Niggas till this very day still know their points after being plugged on. And y'all charging people for characters. And of course it's The Rock saying, shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Which is funny in other contests, but not to me in this one. Because the biggest thing is that they are trying. And I remember literally the day after, actually no, this weekend. Yeah, this last weekend. I was playing against someone, and he was doing the same thing everybody else online was doing, just complaining. Oh my God, Tekken 8 is really ruined. It's crazy. Why they have this? Why they have that? Why they have this? Ladies and gentlemen, you are part of a community that's very much thriving on Twitter. Tekken 8 is one of the games that you can tweet literally the guy responsible for the game, and he'll change it for you if he sees fit. Only thing that's different is that he lives on the other side of the world if you're American, and the time zones might be different. They are not dumb, and they want the game to be good. If they think that they just wrong and they don't want to change it, there's no reason. We just got into this crying thing, and I just was not messing with the community for crying so much. Like, I get, you should cry when you have a problem, but Jesus Christ, like a tweet like this, I'm not reading all that, it's funny, but he is telling you exactly what's going on. He play the game first. Now, there is something to be said about the fact that Tekken 8 is supposed to be more defensive, right? And I tell you, we're gonna get into what they actually changed back, because the guys over there, the devs, have changed some things, right? So they have changed already. But let's not focus on that for a second, because I want to tell you this. A lot of the people in the community feel so helpless, like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? If they left it the way it was, it's still Tekken. You can still play your character and win a majority of your fights. If you're blue rank, you're literally the top 5% in the world. Granted, there's 100,000 of us. But if you're over blue, you're one of the top 5% of the world players ever to play Tekken 8. A lot of casual people cannot fuck with you. They're not messing with you. Now, that you can be top 100%, like top 100,000 and still be intermediate. Isn't that crazy? My big thing before I even look at it or show y'all what I saw was that the block, the chip damage. You get chip damage from guessing the right grab. And at first, it's like, come on now, dog. Hold on. But when you think about the fact that they're trying to make grabs much more like valuable, you can kind of understand why they put that in, and I'm not even that mad at it right now. What is 5 damage when you have 100 and what is it, 160 in this game, 140, whatever? When you have that much health in this game, and please, if you know the answer in the comments. I don't feel like searching it up right now. But when you have 160, and you throw out a grow, what's 5 chip? And if the 5 chip doesn't count towards end game, like how heat doesn't kill you now because that chip that you take for defending it is not applicable at the end. It's great strategy, right? Especially if it's an avoidable thing like grabbing. You can avoid grabs by ducking. You can avoid grabs by sidestepping. You can avoid grabs by a lot of things, right? Anyway, let's get into the changes. And enough of this yapping. I will show you what they have told us that they will be changing. Shout out to VDX and Main Man Sween. I kind of made sure that I got their insights on things before I read it, because obviously this type of jargon is very black and white, and I'd rather hear what they had to say about it before I got into my own thing. So hits on ground. So hits on ground beforehand were going to be permanent damage. If I saw you on the ground, I hit you, permanent damage. As far as the changes, it will not be permanent damage no more. It will be gray health. So if you're on the ground, it's called Oki, and it's a game with Oki. You have to guess. If you get up and I hit you in the mid and you press the button, then you're going to get hit. If you pressed and just blocked, you protect it. So there's a little game with Oki because you can't move, and I know where you're going to be at, right? Oki's going to get a little better because anytime I hit you on the ground, by the way, if y'all don't know, heat engagers are important because if you don't just activate your heat like that and you do a heat engager, your heat engager will bring your health back up, right? So if you get clapped up on the floor, like destroyed on the floor, they just low, and you keep hitting highs, right? They keep getting your ass. If you get back up, hit them with a heat engager, boom, you just got your health back. Boom. Round of applause. All right, so number 2 with some of these things is that they're gonna start. It says, I think this is one right here. Rebalancing offense and defense within the heat system. So this one apparently might not come day 1 of season 2. It might be like a version 2 point something, you know. But let's see. I'm gonna read this right here. To address this, we removed the power crush property from most heat engagers or replace them with other moves, except for in a few cases like Jack 8, Kuma, Panda, Leo, and to show like an example that I already know because they showed it in the thing. As we've seen as Power Crush, which is forward 1+2, is a Power Crush heat engager, and it's safe. Oh my God, you guys were getting cooked. If I hit you with that, I'm getting my health back, or if I needed it, and it's a safe move, right? They took that out. It's now replaced with, I think, sidestep 2. So that being said, it is now a little bit more fair for you guys. All right, okay. Couple other things with that, but just a lot. They're gonna make it much more easier with the heat system. They want the heat system to be important. They say they want it to be much more offensive, but they're putting in a little bit more defensive stuff. So the guy who was crying with the rock thing, whatever his Twitter name was, relax. So what I said beforehand, these throws, I'm not messing with it. Well, at least I wasn't at first. How dare y'all come up in my game and try to make sure that my throws were going to be null and void because I negated it? You're going to throw at me and then I take away your throw and then I still get hit with the bullshit? Excuse me? Excuse me? Well, they have gone ahead and made it a little bit more easier. There's something that I actually did not know that they addressed. And that's the 1+2 throw break. So 1+2 break with a controller, like everybody who else, who probably grew up on PlayStation and Xbox. If you have a button designed for 1+2, you saw a 1+2 grab coming, break it easily. I play 1+2. So, and I'm just bad at grabs, so I'm not gonna lie to you. So I got hit with them anyway. But when I seen it and I got it at the same time, it would reward me. Now, what happened is that players like me and a lot of people that play with fight sticks and are so used to playing this system of Tekken hasn't changed their system that much. The throw thing is such a good system, guessing and reacting and playing the game, that they've had to adjust to this change because it was hurting them. And that changes the fact that if I do a 1+2 break throw, aka for Azucena, it's corner 1+2. She gets on your neck and she cracks your neck, right? If you try to break that with the buttons, even with the controller, right? Even if you broke it with the controller, right? If there was a frame delay between you pressing 1 and 2, they would not give you that break. You can watch Mayman Swing. I think he talked about it. He's like, yo, I broke the grab, but you guys didn't give it to me because I didn't press the buttons at the same time. Tekken's a very execution of game with a lot of things. I used to play Lucky Chloe. Even the rhythm with that is funny. So even with this grab, which is with every single character being null and void because I didn't do that, sucked. They fixed it. So round of applause to that. Apparently in 7, it was so easy to do because they made the window so like open. I was terrible at grab breaking anyway, so it didn't matter. But apparently it was really easy in 7, but in 8 they went back to the old ways of true Tekken. Or did you have to break it and know it and no frame delays, my nigga? So now they'll give you a delay between you pressing 1 and you pressing 2. Very small, but a small window that if you accidentally press 1 and the other, that they will recognize the second one as your 2 and will make sure that you get your grab break with that trash ass king. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So, also, generic throws, the recovery for grows after you break it, it will be 6 frames slower. Now, I think they're just trying to make sure that their whole game plan with grabs gets down a little better. Making generic rolls recover 6 frames slower. Don't know what that means, but here's what I do want to really address after the fact. If I'm the throw break, if I'm the attacker and I throw a throw at you, I will be able to recover. I will be able to recover one. It says right here, when throw break is successfully performed, the thrower will recover 1 point of recoverable health. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the fuck are you talking about? Why would you throw, not succeed, then gain health? Again, I think I understand what these guys are doing. The Tekken devs want throws to be important. You should not lose anything. That was my big thing. Why am I losing something for guessing right? You're rewarding him for just trying. This is not a participation badge. You should not be getting nothing. I guessed right. And I think they're addressing that with this. With the 1 point. I mean, obviously, gaining 1 point isn't mind-bogglingly great. I mean, you probably won't even see it. Endgame, with endgame type stuff, you're throwing a grab, it's worth throwing the grab. So if people try to throw some type of aggressive armor through your stuff. I love doing that. I'll throw an armor. It's safe. My character has a safe one. You want to do some dumb stuff, you better throw. And if you guess wrong, you're cooked. But this one, now it makes it safe. In game, you throw one out, maybe you might get 1 or 2 points of something. It helps out with the chip. It makes stuff much more interesting. I see what they're trying to do there. This is my favorite part. They have finally, let me see right here. Let me see. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. As such, the following spec will be scrapped in the upcoming patch. When a throw break is successfully performed, player that grabbed will receive 5 recoverable health points. Dead all of this. I'm not gonna lie. Dead all of this. If I grab you, nothing barely should happen. The player that threw the grab gets something cool, but I shouldn't lose shit. If I broke it, I shouldn't lose shit. And I think that's what's happening. So yeah. The biggest thing though is that, ladies and gentlemen, this is our game. Ladies and gentlemen, others, this is our game. So you can feel free to voice your opinion, and that is totally fine. But we get getting so extreme to the point where it's like, why would the devs even want to make sure that stuff is good for us, or being outlandishly crazy? It's because we're butthurt, because we're fearful. You know, a lot of fear comes from unknowing, right? Like, all the fear in the world that begets like a lot of crazy stuff comes from fear. Like, oh God, I don't know if those group of people mess with me or they don't look like me. I'm about to get too deep, so let me not go into that. But my whole point is the fact that, relax. We didn't even get the damn game. These memes are funny, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's the video for y'all. Make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe. We are about to do a whole bunch of Tekken videos. I have 5 subscribers, y'all, so go ahead and be my number 6 and go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. We're going to be knocking videos out left and right. And when season 2 comes back out, oh, gloriousness. I'm finna be in. You broken Brian's with your what you call it? With your requiem and all that. I'm cooking y'all. So I will see y'all on the battlefield. Until then, though, peace out, y'all. Stay safe. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Yeah, I keep it that way. Yeah, this shit ain't hit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, maybe.